Hi everyone. So today's mini class is going to be a hip flow or for hip freedom. All right, so we are going to do some movements both standing and then also seated. So to begin, we don't really need any props, but when you do come to seated after, if you want something to sit on, you can. And then also with yoga blocks, they're just really good to support different movements. So if you have one, then definitely you can use it as an option for today. Okay, so the first thing that we're going to start out with, let's just step the feet about hip distance, toes pointing forward. And we're going to just start with nice and strong through our posture. So we'll come into mountain pose. So I'll turn to the side. With mountain pose, we are driving the heels down, tailbone towards the heels. So that little lift happens through your hips or pubic bone. And then opening into the chest, arms can come down by the sides, flip your hands forward. Let there be relaxation in your shoulders. You can have a gentle tuck to your chin to keep the spine nice and long through your neck. Then from here, spread your toes nice and far, as if to squeeze with the toes and the heels, like you're really gripping down into the floor. And then relax that a little bit too, so not doing anything to overly tense the body in any way. And then we're breathing here into our stability, our structure. This pose, as simple as it is, can be very powerful to just check in with our entire center of gravity, balance, posture, tonality of the core. So now you can start to think, draw in and up a little bit more. Belly button comes up gently towards the spine. And then bring the hands to your hips, slowly bend into your knees. And then sink your hips back so the weight is in your heels. Keep your spine nice and long. And then press back up, come to standing. Inhale to sit back. Exhale, press up. A few more. Continue like that, really thinking of sitting the hips back, just like a squat. Okay, and then now we're gonna add on. So on your exhale, right knee comes up in towards the chest, and then come back. Left knee. Inhale down, keep that gripping of the toes, strong stance, balance. Inhale down, exhale lift. And just noticing how that feels on each side. Good, keep pressing down through the heels. Okay, from here we're gonna keep the right leg down, left knee comes in. And then we're going to reach the left leg back. So you're lengthening out the back leg, still lengthening the spine, lean slightly forward. Your hands can stay on your hips, but feel that left hip and start to bring it down so you're more in line, hips are in line, parallel towards the floor. Draw in and up through the center. Belly button towards the spine, strong through your back. And then begin to bend the bottom knee, step the toes back to take a lunge position. So find the lunge, take your time. The hips are still even, so you can still have the hands on the hips, find evenness there, so not dipping onto one side. And then engaging through the feet or drawing the legs in towards the center, so almost the feeling like you're drawing your right heel in towards, to drag it towards your back foot. So really feeling that in the back of the leg. Good, and then from here you can interlace the hands in front of your chest. Inhale here. And then exhale, a little bend to both, coming a little bit lower, press the hands away. Inhale, center. Good. Very nice. Bring the hands back to the hips. From here, we're going to take a little bend forward or hinge forward. So you're going to press into your back heel so the leg extends a little bit more. Chest comes forward over the front thigh, still feeling core engaged. So belly button in and up. So we're not dipping the low belly onto your thigh. Really feeling the heat in your outer hip, front thigh, front leg. Very nice. From here, we're going to come all the way back up. So you can begin to lean forward. If you want to take the arms with you, start to lean forward and then step it up to the top. Good, shake it out. And we're going to the other side. So now the left leg is down, right knee is going to lift. And then when you feel ready, start to lean forward. Hands can stay on the hips or even just beside the body. Press the right heel away. Feel both hips. Draw the right hip slightly down to meet the left. Lengthen, lengthen, lengthen. Nice and strong through both legs. Press the back heel away. Squeeze through inner thighs. And if you come out of it, no big deal, right? You could just come back in. Take your time, feel the feet. Then reach, lengthen back. And then slowly begin to bend the front knee, step the right foot back. Same thing here, just as when we were standing. Slight draw in and up, like you're doing a little lift of the pubic bone. Interlace the fingers in front of your chest. Inhale. And exhale, bend deeper, press away. Inhale. Exhale, press. Good, come back to center. Press through the back leg, start to lean forward. Still feeling the hips nice and even. Activation through that front leg. Draw the heel towards the back leg. Lean forward. And then reach the arms up. Exhale, lean forward. And step it up to the top. Good. So you should feel a lot of heat in the legs, through your core, pretty much through the whole body. So now we're really energizing that. So we're going to step now the feet a little bit wider. Okay, and the toes are pointing out towards the side. Let's start to come down into our wide squat or goddess pose. So bend the knees, bring it down, draw in and up, chest is tall. Spread the toes. And then the same thing here, interlace the hands. Inhale. Exhale down a little bit lower. Inhale in. Press through the heel, squeeze your butt. And smile. Very nice. Good, inhale here. Little bend to the knees. You can press into the bottoms of the feet, lift the heels, balls of the feet. Very nice. Generating heat in the inner thighs. You got it. And slowly lower down. Beautiful. Turn the toes forward, reach up. Fold, hinge, take your time, folding forward. You can reach for opposite elbows and take a little sway side to side, letting your neck and shoulders be heavy. This is one of my favorite stretches that's not passive, but yet still very gentle for decompressing the spine and really opening, activating the inner thighs, the hip flexors. And then you can look forward, place the hands down, bend into your knees. You can even step the feet out a little bit wider for the next one. So I suggest, a little bit wider than where they were. Just still somewhere you can feel stable, but yet the hands feel comfortable to be down on the floor. Then a few times here, walk the hands over towards the right, bend the right knee. The toes can turn slightly out to the side if it feels better for the knee. And then walk to the other side and bend. Take your time, we're going a couple on each side. You can start to get a little bit lower, but always make sure that your heel is staying down. So you're still activating through that inner thigh, and you're drawing your hips back, just like you would be doing for a squat. So just doing a side squat. Okay, and then from here, you can walk it over towards your right leg, turn the toes so you're facing now this side and coming into a nice low lunge. Drop into your bottom knee. And this is where you have the option of using a block or even two if you have them. So you can have the blocks underneath your hands so that the floor, right, is coming up towards you. Okay, so holding here. And then a few times you're going to press through the front leg, draw your hips back, and it doesn't have to be fully extending in the leg, but think of drawing the hips back, toes lift slightly, and even if the knee is still slightly bent, that's okay. Breathe into the hips, the hamstrings, and then come back forward. So a few times there. Inner belly still draws up, low belly still draws up. So keeping activation the whole time, nothing here is passive. Very nice, and so we're going to hold it forward. From there, walk that foot a little bit wider. The left hand can come also wider towards, if you're on the mat, towards the outer edge of your mat. If you're not on a mat, then you can always just have it a little bit further out from the shoulder. From there, you can open to the outer edge of the right foot and take your right hand to your hip, look over your right shoulder. Or even reach up to the sky, open the chest. Keep that nice strong push down into that left arm, so not dipping through the shoulder, right? Press and twist. And then slowly come all the way back. And then you can slide the leg back. Come all the way into our child's pose. And then we'll come into the other side. So you can come up into a kneeling position, step the left leg forward, and then repeating here. So draw forward, maybe using the blocks. Come into a low lunge. And then coming back and forward. Really thinking of anchoring the hips, drawing them towards the center. So not lifting, right? Drawing back and together. And try and keep the spine relatively long here. So keep extending every inhale And then we're going to hold it forward, walk that foot a little wider, right hand wider as well, maybe opening to the outer edge of that foot. Press down and open through your chest. Okay, and that hand can always stay on your hip as well. And you can also come towards the outer side or the outside of the right leg. This one is super juicy for the glutes, the outer hips, one of my favorites. And then you slowly come back. Take a moment to slide it back and breathe. We're going to make the way into seated. So just come to a comfortable seat. Legs can be crossed. If you want to sit up on a block, you can also lift your hips. Hands are going to come to your shins. So take a moment there. And then from here, actually I'm going to turn to the side. From here, this is a spinal movement, but it really does activate your pelvic tilt as well, which is really important for working into opening the hips. So hands at your shins. Inhale, press the spine forward. And then exhale, back. So by holding the shins, you have some support. Inhale forward, exhale back. Focus on the entire spine. So low spine to the center. And then you can, of course, lift your chin, so coming up into the neck as well. Really trying to feel this through the entire spine. Inhale forward, exhale back. Okay, and then from here, we're coming all the way up through center. And exhale to relax. Good, walk the hands a little bit further, so towards the knees. And you can have a little soft bend to the elbows for this one. This one we're just gonna circle your body one direction and then the other. So start by inhaling forward. Circle your chest from the right to the left and exhale around. Nice, slow, circular movement. Control and deepen the breath. Inhale forward. Exhale around. Good. Come to center. And other direction. Inhale forward. Exhale back. Very nice. Inhale through center. Exhale, relax. Okay, we have two more. So now we'll come into a butterfly pose. You can reach for the feet or ankles. Knees are out to the side. And then you'll inhale, lift the knees. So you're still kind of trying to relax through your hip flexors, groin. Inhale, lift the knees, and exhale, lower. So you can do tinier movements or a little bit bigger. Very nice. Still relaxing the body here. Focusing on the movement in the hips and the inner thighs. Good. Inhale the legs up. And exhale, gentle press of the knees down. You can use your elbows and start to fold forward. We're going to stay in this stretch for a couple minutes. So return back to nice, deep, full breaths. Strong breaths. Feeling fully into any sensation that's coming up. The hips are a very, very powerful area of the body. As women, we have so much that we're holding within the hips, near our reproductive organs. So by stretching, by elongating, by opening, we can create deeper resonance for transformation and for change. Slowly start to come back up. Release the pose, legs come forward, shake it out. All right, so you can do this one at any time maybe the hips feel a little bit tight. This is also just a nice set of exercises or stretches before coming into a pole practice. And then also it can be done at the end of a workout as well. So if you did a lot of hip movements and want to stretch out the hips, you can do that. So I hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you tomorrow.